Hello guys, in today's video I'm gonna show you how I use mytutor.io advanced learning to zoom through my education. In my previous video I talked about how I use the general chat to improve the effectivity of my education. It's a good video, go check it out. It talks a lot about how my tutor works and how the best way to use it and to improve your efficiency by many times. In today's video, however, I'm going to be focusing on the secret tool created by mytutor.io called advanced learning. So to summarize, what is mytutor.io is basically a type of AI which is taught on your syllabus, which is taught on your examiner's reports and different past papers. So this AI knows all the right definitions you need to have, all the units, all the topics, and it knows how to prepare you for the exam, what the examiners want from you, and how you need to be taught, what information you need to be presented to pass your exam with the most efficiency. To summarize what is advanced learning, so in the general chat, there's just the general chat. Advanced learning is different steps for learning that are supposed to help you with your education if you're preparing for an exam, if you're just doing homework, if you're revising before class. And the steps are chosen specifically to maximize the efficiency, maximize your learning, so you don't have to be sitting there reading one of those economics textbooks, which is, thank you so much for the textbook, school. I love it so much. So it is done specifically to improve your efficiency, to improve your education, so you remember stuff and not just reading this and not understanding what's going on. Yeah, you remember stuff. And basically, advanced learning consists of the learn mode, which is good, structured notes, which are been checked by the MyTutor team and provide the best information you need to know for each topic for every single subject. So it has the right definitions, the right explanations that if you use in your exam, you'll pass it straight away. Amazing. And then we have the revise mode. I love the revise mode for it because it is flashcards. But we all know flashcards. I'm sitting in class and we have two students come in, and like the ones that already did economics, and they're like, guys, you need to do flashcards. I don't have time to do flashcards, like actually cutting paper. I don't know about you, I'm talking specifically about myself, what I learned through the year of my economics. Flashcard takes so much time, and I don't really want to sit there, cut paper and do flashcards. But mytutor.io creates flashcards for you, which you can use before revision. But one of the best things in mytutor.io, as I told you, it knows your examiner's reports. If we flip the flashcard, what is the basic economic problem? Okay, everybody knows this. Yes, and here it tells you the definition, how you need to know, but it also gives you a secret, it gives you examiner's tips. And examiner's tips are amazing because, as we all know, there's a bunch of people doing an exam, and so the examiner sits there, opens your paper, one of the many thousands, and is like, oh yes, marking. But if it sees those points that mytutor.io gives us, which the examiners tell you in the examiner's reports, what they want to see, they're like, okay, this is shown like this shown like this. You just improve the examiner's life, you make the examiners happy. If you make the examiners happy, the examiners are gonna make you happy, which is for sure, it always works like this. And then the practice mode, which are questions, and those questions are amazing because there's two types of them. There's the multiple choice, and then there's the short answer. And both of them are amazing because the multiple choice gives you so much information in such a quick way. The short answer, however, makes you structure that information into an answer, which is amazing for those 4-marker questions in the economic paper, which you need to get exactly correct, exactly the definition, and exactly structured, which mytutor.io is going to help you with. So first I want to talk about the benefits of advanced learning. One of the main benefits of advanced learning that I found is the progress. So the progress in advanced learning is the progress tab, which tells you how much of the course you did. This is amazing because first it gives you an understanding of where you are and how much you need to study. Usually teachers don't show how they're going to teach you and when you're going to get to this or that, and usually you fall behind deadlines on A-level. So on my economics, sometimes we had the rainy days when school was closed, we have the bank holidays, you have the sports day, and throughout the year you'll miss some lessons. School's going to be cancelled, you'll be ill, and you'll not be able to catch up with the information, and sometimes the teacher is going to tell you outright, like, as a class, we're not doing as efficient as we are. We're falling behind. We need to study more. Well, I don't want to study more. I feel falling behind is not really my fault. We're just doing what we're supposed to do. But here, you can track where you are. Like, the teacher doesn't tell you when you're gonna start learning this, or this. Sometimes they tell you. Sometimes they even make a table. But honestly, who looks at the tables? You already have so much work. You have A levels. You have homework. You have reading. You have all of this. You need to do at home on your free periods. Am I gonna look at some table which shows me that, oh yes, in a month we're gonna start learning elasticity of supply? No, I'm not. I need this specific, and I need this fast. And my tutor.io is good because it gives you that, okay, right now you're at 5% of the course, you have this much of the year left. And this is said in here, and it's also said if you go into the main menu and check the progress, you'll see the Quarks tips, which tell you which you're not doing very good at, which topics you need to do you need to do more work on, or which topics that you got already perfect, you need to review them like for 2 seconds and you got it. So the progress is a very good tool as well for it's instant feedback, because okay, I did this 50% of the course so far, and I understand 25% of it. Now, 25% I need to work on. So managing this yourself also gives you a big understanding of where you are, as well as it's just time management. You can do your own time management. You don't need to rely on the teacher, which then relies on the students in your class, all 20 of them. And we know some students don't understand the mathematical aspect of economics. They need more time on this. Sometimes some students don't understand how to structure essays, and the teacher is going to focus on this and this and this. And you know what you're bad at, and you can show this and see this and do it yourself. And this is amazing because it's your own time management, and in school you see this rarely. So first thing I want to focus on is how I use learn mode to give me the best efficiency, give me the best notes. So learn mode just consists of your notes, but however, this is structured notes which have been checked by the mytutor.io team. Also, these notes are not just notes. You have the notes, you read them, they're very good. And then you have the feature, what I like to call talk to your textbook. I cannot talk to this textbook. This textbook is just there, but to this textbook I can. And this is amazing because if I don't understand a word, if I don't understand this, I can just ask Quark, like, can you explain this? You wrote this, can you explain this? So here, what I did is, you talked about marginal analysis. Please explain me what is the margin, because I don't know what it is. I need you to explain me because I didn't quite understand it. So then the Quark will give me a full definition, a full explanation on what it is, and then it will continue by giving me a lot of things that I need to know about it for my exam, which is going to improve your learning. Because, for example, the concept of diminishing marginal utility, you'll need to know it when you're studying about demand. But however, mytutor.io already gives you this information that you can use so you better understand the course later on. So it gives you a good foundation, and it knows that because it's seen all the examiner reports, and sometimes they write like, this student very well understands what is demand. However, he didn't understand the fundamentals, so he didn't get a mark. My tutor knows this, and it gives you the fundamentals very good, which will give you a good foundation which you can build your rest of the course and learning from. I love this because a good foundation is the key to education, which I found out if you don't know the basics, you will not understand, or you will not fully get the later complex stuff. Even if the complex stuff sounds easy, you need to know the basics. Then what I did is I asked my tutor just a simple question that I got from the different types of question that my tutor tells you that you can learn about this more. And this is perfect because then I understood, I started getting it more deep. I'm not just reading, I'm studying now. This is me studying. This is not just me reading. This is me like, oh, so this is that. So what is this cause? And this is very nice because we all know that in economics you need chains of reasoning, and you need to be able to connect all the information you learn into one single phrase, one single point. And this mytutor.io is designed in such way that it will teach you how to do it without you even knowing. So you'll just progress and get so good at this that for the exam this is gonna seem so basic. The second thing I want to talk about is revise mode. As I already said, it has a big secret, which is the examiner's tips. I don't really use flashcards that much right now because flashcards are mostly when you revise for exams, right before the exams or right before your Christmas mocks. Right now, I will start using them in like a couple of weeks, but right now I don't quite use them. I use them for other subjects such as math, such as sciences, where you need to know the formulas. However, for economics, I didn't really use it so far because the notes in the learn mode give you such a good definition and explanation that I didn't see the point of using the flashcards yet. However, I will when I'll study for my exams, because it also gives you the very good examiner's tips. Then we come to practice mode. Practice mode is amazing because honestly, I think most people can agree on how the school system right now is set up, that they don't make you learn, they make you learn, but not like they make you study and not learn. What I mean by that is when you write an exam, for example, just a normal in-class test, you on topic 1 or topic 2, you before that exam, you'll sit with this textbook, cramming all the information in one night. You're like, this, oh my god. And well, I mean, it works for the first day. So, and then you cram the notes in, and then you go write the exam. And then after the exam, what happens? 5 minutes later, you don't understand, you don't remember anything, and you don't really care about it because you wrote the exam. You're free for the rest of the day, or for at least until your next test, and you just go, you watch YouTube, you do your own things. You don't really focus on learning anymore, and the information just goes away. However, what is good about mytutor.io's test is that, for example, in the real exam, after you did the exam, you got your grade, your exam, and what you focus is your grade and the grade of the person who's sitting next to you. So you like look at your grade, you're like 40%, and you're like 45%, I did alright, or you're like 90%, I don't care, very good test, super. Nobody actually focus on when you got 40%, what were the rest 60% that you got wrong, or if you got 90%, how could I improve to get the extra 10%? Nobody actually cares about this. Everybody just cares about getting your mark and doing your own thing. And this is horrible because it removes your progress. It removes progressing at all. So this is why the school system is like this, and most of us feel like we don't really learn much in the classroom anyway. But in the case of mytutor.io, you answer simple questions, and from those simple questions, my tutor, Quark, gets an understanding of where you are, what it needs to push you at more. And this is done by Quark, and you'll understand it yourself in your progress report, which is on the main page. If you go into economics, like analysis of your work, it will give you like this, you need to work more on. And let's answer some of these questions. This is an introductory concept. It's easy questions, so let's see. How does the concept of opportunity cost relate to decision making in economics? It demonstrates importance of choice and allocation research. Highlights that almost elections have no real cost. Here, easy question. I just zoned out a bit. Which of these scenarios represent an efficient allocation of resources? Okay, and for example, I get the question wrong. And my tutor will remember this question at the end of the exam. I can either retake the test, and maybe I misclick somewhere. Okay, that happened. Maybe there is a simple misunderstanding. I didn't read the question that good. I can retake the test, but still my tutor.io will remember that maybe you have a little issue in this, but because you did the test again and you got it correct, maybe it's just a little issue. I don't need to focus it on that much, but it'll still focus on teaching you a bit more of it. But if you just completely got it wrong, my tutor.io will know it and tell you. And this is amazing because you study on your mistakes. Most people, when they get the exams, they don't even open it. And well, this is bad because then you don't know what areas you need to focus on. You don't learn from your mistakes. And I am saying this because I am one of the people who, when they get their exam, I'm not looking at what is in the exam. I'm looking what's outside of it and what my friend got, and what I can tell to mom, like, Mom, I did so good. Mom, I didn't do so good, but my friend also here didn't do so good. And this is just like pointless, because it's good for the moment, but later on in the year, when you come to exams, you're like, what do I do here? And I learned this when I was doing my GCSEs, that I came at the end of the year, I'm like, whew, there is what, month left, I need to know all the sciences, I need to know everything. I'm like, oh my god. And this is why I would love to have my tutor.io when I'm doing before my exams. It's never too late to start. It will prepare you. If you have more time, it's great. This guy can test you, this guy can give you so much knowledge which will stay in your mind for the exams for a long time, not as just normal education. Thank you.